What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again. And it's been a while since we've done one of these. We're doing a BFR. The Blackhawks are finally back to playing, and I kind of wish they stayed not playing because what I learned one valuable lesson from the last game. When Fleury or Lankinen are not in net, there's a big issue with Chicago. That just shows how much that game proved to me how much goaltending matters. Because without it, you are going to be screwed every single game. And January 1st, 1 p.m. So, the year started off pretty well in some ways. Hockey, no. Hawks lose 6-1 to the Nashville Predators in Nashville. And they go to 11-16-4. They outshot Nashville 38-25. So, they did good on that front. Nashville outhit them 18-6, and Chicago did better in the faceoff dot, 30-29. On the power play, Chicago goes 0 for 4, and Nashville goes 2 for 3. Sorrow saves 37 out of 38 in the win for Nashville. Delia saves 4 out of 7 before being pulled before the second period. In the intermission for Soderblom. Soderblom saves 15 of 18, so Soderblom didn't do horribly. Kubalik and Riddick before the game, they friends from the Czech Republic, so they were talking, so that was they were having some fun with each other. Kara's back, Borgstrom's back. Fleury and Lankinen both were in COVID protocol, so neither played. So the tandem was Delia and Soderblom. So if you never heard of Soderblom, I would not be surprised. And the Hawks signed that other guy, Cale Morris, I believe his name was, just playing Rockford while these two were up here. This was Nashville's third game in 3.5 days, and they had, I believe, won one in regulation and lost the other in overtime, so they should have been pretty tired coming into this. The Hawks handed them a free win on a platter. That's essentially what happened. Borgstrom was on the first line with Kane and DeBrincat. The Hawks, all healthy except for goaltending. And then Yossi and Sissons returned for Nashville, and Novak was out with COVID for their roster. On the first shot at 18:58 of the first, it's a Nashville goal from Philip Forsberg, his 15th of the season from Duchesne and Ekholm to make it 1-0. So as soon as that went in, I knew what kind of game. I already marked down the loss for the Hawks a minute and 2 seconds into the game. Gustafson Carpenter had a chance that was saved. The puck was loose, and then in between the next sequence, the puck was loose in the crease. Kurashev was about to bury it in. And then the ref blows the whistle because he lost sight of the puck when the puck was very clearly not in the goalie's possession, and Kurashev had it on his stick ready to score. Kurashev should have had 2 goals tonight. He was the only one that scored for Chicago. He should have had 2. Kurashev had a great game. Now Hawks were controlling puck possession. That's the thing. Hawks controlled puck possession most of the game. If Nashville ever got the puck, though, they scored. They took those opportunities and ran away with them. There was a good block by Murphy, and then at 15-16 there was a Jones slashing penalty, and then there was a McCarron unsportsmanlike penalty. So it was 4-on-4. That unsportsmanlike, I'd argue, was a bad call, but it was also a makeup call, I think, for Kurashev not getting the goal. Carpenter then went after Cousins. Sorry about that. And then at 14:07, it's a Nashville goal. While 4-on-4, it's a breakaway goal from Ryan Johansson, his 10th of the season from Forsberg and Ekholm. There was no chance for Delia on that one. I don't blame Delia for that one. And the Hawks, Kara and McCarron went after each other, and it's Johansson from Forsberg and Ekholm, essentially. So Forsberg and Ekholm and then Duchesne, those three had pretty good games. Along with Tanner Jeannot, but we'll get to him. So that's Johansson's 10th of the year. And then Nashville is doing their stupid chant when they just, Delia, you suck. It's all your fault. Shut up. Honestly, just shut up. When your team wins something, sure, go ahead and do it. You haven't won almost said a naughty word there. You haven't won a darn thing in this league yet, and you're not any closer to winning anything than you are now. You're not winning nothing this year, unless you decide to grow some magic beans out of that beanstalk. So, that's all I can say about Nashville is just shut up. That it's remember 2017 playoffs? Yeah, the Hawks deserved it that year. Did any other goaltender? No. They lost in the final. They didn't win. Second place isn't anything. It's first loser. And just shut up. That's all I have to say to that. Then there was a Nashville penalty to Yossi for holding, which would be killed. The Hawks, 13 minutes in, were leading 10-2 in shots. Kubalik chance just missed. Kubalik was the only other player I'd say had a good game. The first two shots were also goals. That's when I realized, and I wanted to point that out because I didn't realize Nashville only had 2 shots until that point. Then at 6:41, it's a Nashville penalty to Myers for interference, which would be killed. The refs were making soft calls against Nashville, I thought, so the Hawks were they were giving them the Hawks power plays, and they couldn't do anything on them. DeBrincat then just missed. Good save on Kubalik. Delia makes his first save 7 minutes and 6 seconds in. Then Delia nearly had a turnover, which resulted almost in 3-0. And at 2:33, it's a Chicago penalty to Strome for tripping. And then on that power play, Nashville would score at 46.7 seconds left in the period. Nick Cousins from Ekholm and Tomasino to make it 3-0. Delia had made a great save on Tomasino. Then the puck went right back to the point. Ekholm blasted it, and it gets deflected by Cousins and ended the net. And it's 3-0 after 1. We go to the second. The Hawks have a new goalie. It's Soderblom making his NHL debut. And then on the first shot of that period at 19:32, this time 28 seconds in, it's a Nashville goal from Tanner Jeannot, his 9th of the season. He should be getting some recognition for a rookie, great rookies in the league. He's now got 10 goals. This was his 9th from Sissons and Trennan to make it 4-0. There was no chance for the first shot. Can't read my writing here. There was no chance on that first shot. There were 4 goals on 8 shots for Nashville at that point. Then at 16:37, it's Chicago penalty to Hagel for high sticking, which would be killed. Then at 16:06, there was a Chicago penalty to Doc for holding, which would also, this time would not be killed, but it was 5-on-3. The Hawks kill off the Hagel penalty, so it's 5-on-4. And then, sorry about that again, I had to sneeze. So there was a good save, Soderblom. Gustafsson just missed. And then that Chicago penalty to Doc for holding, Ekholm was literally holding, not on that penalty, but later on, Ekholm was literally holding down Hagel to the ground, and he literally was like trying to get up and couldn't. The ref didn't call that. Sorry about that again. That was weird. I'm not sure why my screen just froze. Then at 14:26, Nashville on that power play was a Nashville goal from Roman Josi, his 11th of the year, from Duchesne and Johansson. It's 5-0 Nashville, and it's only halfway through the game, so at this point I'm thinking Nashville's going to score 10. And they wouldn't. The Hawks were... The funny thing was the Hawks were controlling possession almost the entire time, yet they just could not convert on anything. And then 2:35, it's a Chicago goal from Philip Kurashev, his 2nd of the year, from Borgstrom and DeHaan to make it 5-1. It was a great play by DeHaan, good pass. And then Tays fanned on a 2-on-1 right after that. And we go to the third. In 19:07, it's a Nashville deflected goal, this time 53 seconds into the period. And it's Tanner Jeannot with his 10th of the year, 2nd of the game from Benning and Trennan. And there was no chance for Soderblom on the deflection, that's for sure. I don't blame him on that one. Soderblom had chances. Only one of those goals I blame him for. Soderblom was playing well. He played a lot better than Delia was. Saros made great saves on DeBrincat and Doc. Then there was a bad icing call against Chicago. Then at 16:47, it's his Nashville penalty to McCarron for hooking, which would be killed. There's saves on DeBrincat, Doc, and Kane then. Good save Soderblom then after that penalty was killed. Kurashev and Kubalik, I mentioned here, were the only players that have been noticeable and did literally anything. Kubalik was taking many shots. Kurashev was creating opportunities and did score. McCarron got hurt on a blocked shot. And then at 3:28, it's a Nashville penalty to Myers for hooking, which would be killed. And then Kane smashed his stick, and that's how the game ends. Nashville wins 6-1, and they got their 20th win on the season from that. And yeah, that's all I really have to say on that matter. That's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be a playoff video. So see you guys then. Goodbye.